It is match day Saturday as Austin FC takes on Seattle Sounders for the fourth time in club history. The last time these two teams played against each other was back in March. It was a really emotional and crucial match for the Red and Black that Diego Fagundes scored the tying goal in that game and ended in a 1-1 draw. But the real question is this: how much of a threat is Seattle Sounders for Austin FC now? Are they an easy win or a main threat for the Red and Black? Because currently Seattle Sounders sits 9th place in the Western Conference with 11 wins, 3 draws, and 15 losses. In the last 5 games for the Sounders, it's been really bad for them with 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 losses. So technically speaking, if Austin FC beats Seattle Sounders today on Saturday, this will be the first time that Sounders would miss out the playoffs in their club history. But they're going to be playing against one of the best teams with the best road record, and that's Austin FC. For Austin FC's second year, our record on the road has been really impressive, with 8 wins, 2 draws, and 5 losses. But the thing about Austin FC's performance on the road is that in the last 2 games, it's been losses. They lost to Minnesota United and they lost to Nashville last Saturday. Because Austin FC is going to go up against Seattle Sounders in one of the loudest stadiums in the MLS, and that's Lumen Field. Because Seattle Sounders' record at home is kind of the same as ours on the road. They have 8 wins, 1 draw, and 5 losses. The last time Seattle got a loss at home was when they lost to Real Salt Lake in a 2-1 score, which happened about a month ago. Because Austin FC needs to get this win. With this win against Seattle, they'll secure playoffs for the first time, and this is the 3rd time they're going to do it. So 3rd time's a charm for Austin FC to get playoffs if they win against Sounders. Because for Austin FC and Seattle Sounders, the record for both teams is that Seattle has 1 win, and both the last 2 times they played has been score. It's been draws with 1 draw at Q2 and 1 draw at Lumen Field. Because Austin FC and Seattle Sounders is pretty much of a back and forth match. One plays in defense and the other stays in the back. Vice versa. If one mistake happens, the entire counterattack and a lot of pressing up, or they'll secure or make a goal. Because Austin FC needs to get this win. Because our defense has been really bad. Because Cascante, Gaviesen, one of them might be benched because this game might be a lot of rotations. Because with Cole Minich on the right back on last week against Nashville, it wasn't a right game for him. It wasn't a good game for him because we wanted to see Hector Jimenez. We got to see him, but only on the bench. Nick Lima was on the right back spot in that game. Because our defense had to focus on the main 4 players of Seattle Sounders. Despite Seattle being 9th place, they still got a lot of firepower in them with these 4 players. The 4 players for Seattle Sounders at the back 4 with Stu and Nani Pereira on the 6 are these players. Seattle Sounders attacking force is Jordan Morales has 7 goals and 1 assist. Nicolas Lodeiro has 5 goals and 6 assists. Raul Ruidiaz, we all know who he is. He scored a banger against Stu last year at Q2. He has 7 goals and 1 assist. And Christian Roland has 4 goals and 1 assist to his name. So our back 4. Are we going to see Cascante and Gaviesen again? Or are we going to see one of them be on the bench and give Keller or Romagna a start? Because Gallagher on the left back is fine with me. But the question is the right back spot. Are we going to see Hector Jimenez again? Because with Hector Jimenez, he supports on the offense. But if we see Nick Lima, I'm fine with Nick Lima. Because Nick Lima is someone who likes to stay in the back and be in defense. But my main concern is our 2 center backs. But let's see what happens, what Wolf will give us. Because for Seattle Sounders, despite being 9th place, their defense is really good so far. It's really decent for them. Because our attacking side, Urruti looks like he's going to be playing against Seattle Sounders, but he's still questionable. He might be on the bench against them. Gita got a red card against Nashville last Saturday, and that's going to give us a risky move. Because our only striker, our only number 9, has to be Hosen, and he doesn't provide nothing at all. He's more of a super substitution player for us. He's on the bench the entire time, and that's how we see him now. Because Rigoni, I want to see Rigoni start over Finley, but Finley has been really impressive and really good on run the last 2 games. On the left wing spot, Fagundes maybe, but La Manchita, Washington Corozo, we haven't seen him at all. We only saw him against LAFC, but in the last 2 games, he's been, not even called up because, Josh Hope doesn't like him because he hasn't provided any support. But I want to see either La Manchita on the left wing spot and Rigoni either starting against Seattle. Because our trio, Urruti might be injured, Fagundes and Driussi have to do a lot of damage to Seattle. Because for the defense of Seattle are these 4 players. Alex Roldan has 34 of the 58 tackles, so it's pretty much 59% tackles he's done this season. So if a 1v1 situation, he'll win those tackles. Yeimar Gomez Andrade has 22 of the 37 dribbles, so 59.5, close to 60% dribbles he's won. So let's say Driussi against Andrade, Fagundes against Andrade, Andrade will win that, 1v1 dribbling situation. And Nahul Tolu has 35.6% of the pressure. He leads the team with the pressure. So I would say probably Driussi will win those, or let's say in a scenario Driussi against Tolo, Driussi will win the pressure against Tolo. But another thing is that goalkeeper situation for Seattle Sounders, because one goalkeeper knows Austin FC, and that's Stefan Cleveland. Last time when they came to QT back in March, Stefan Cleveland had a great performance against Austin FC. He had 7 saves with the percent-wise 87.5% of the saves he's done. Because in this season, he's only a bench warmer. He has 6 starts. So in general, 6 starts, 81.3%, and 1 clean sheet. So I won't be surprised if Stefan Cleveland plays against Austin FC, because he knows what Austin FC is like. But I would say this is going to be a really tough game for Austin FC. A win is a must for us, because we have to secure playoffs for the first. This is our 3rd attempt, so 3rd time's a charm. But I would say Austin FC might get a narrow win. I would say a 3-2 score. 2 goals from Driussi, 1 goal from, let's say, Alex Ring, if he starts. But I hope Austin FC gets the win. I hope you guys understood this preview match. I'm glad to be back here. But for the meantime, stay hydrated, you guys. The name was Vanilla Mexican 17. I'll catch you guys on the next one.